Okay, so today we're going to do a little review of the BrickScan app, which is formerly called BrickMonkey. I was a user of the app when it first came out a few years ago, and the promise of this app is that you can identify identify any part, and ideally you can put a lot of different parts together in the same picture. There's already a website called BrickMonkey that does this. If you watch my other videos where I add products, but I thought this might be a little bit faster because you can scan multiple items at once, like so. So today we have some Lego Dimensions tiles, a bunch of them, and if I was to use BrickMonkey, I would have to scan all of these in individually. And we have 12 of them here, and it recognizes all of them. The little dots mean it recognizes all of them. So what I do is, if I have something like dimensions where I don't really know which ones are worth money and which ones are not worth money. Some of them are worth 20 cents. Some of them are worth $10. So this lets me scan a lot faster. It's not a very intuitive design. I wish it would just pop up and show you what each item was worth. But what you can do is you can just kind of draw it up real quick. So that one's like $2.20, $1, $1, $3, $1, and so on and so forth. And this is also great for minifigure heads, where you just have a lot of like city heads and you're not sure which ones are worth money, which ones aren't. Torsos, where you have a lot of city torsos and you're not sure what the torsos are worth. And legs as well. So there's a very limited use case. Now, what you can do is you can actually add this to a collection, and you can outsource it all to BrickLink, because they have a collection list, and then it will show you everything that's in that collection. You can go and you can hit the settings button, manage collections button here, export everything in XML, which you can then upload to BrickLink or BrickStore. The program itself is $8 a month, and I don't really think it's a good value for what you get, because the major issue I have is that you have to be a bulk seller going through a lot of different minifigure heads, torsos, etc. for this actually to be worth your time. The great thing about this app used to be that you could assemble minifigs. You could scan a torso, like so. Here's a Santa Claus torso. And it would show you what figures you can make with this torso. I don't know what the difference between these two is. Let me see. Oh, it's this one. I mean, this one says no figures found, which is not good. Let me see if I can get this right. Okay. Figures. So I have the rest of the figure here. Let's see if I can find it. I can't even find the figure, but I'm going to show you how the old app used to work. So give me a second here. Okay, so here's how the old version of the app works, which I wish the developer would bring back. So we have the torso here. We're going to scan the torso. And what it does is it brings up all the potential torsos. I know it's this one. And then you can hit the correct button, start building, and then you can just select down. Like, I know that it has plain red legs. because this figure was assembled. So I can click this, click the little checkbox, and then it's going to show me the options for the heads. Click that. We need a Santa hat and a beard, and the figure is complete. Now, unfortunately, the developer removed this. It used to be a build a minifigure app, which was actually very useful. So in the end, I really can't recommend paying $8 for this app for what it does, unless you're a high volume seller and you need help identifying parts. You know, I mean, that's helpful if I don't have to scan each one of these individually, because there were some dimensions tiles here that weren't worth anything. But yeah, that's about my review. It's basically BrickMonkey that you pay for. So again, if the developer wants to bring back the original functionality where you could use the app to actually build minifigures, that would be helpful.